This short focus program, From Digital Thinking to Digital Doing Business in a Web 2.0 world, is a program in which we want to make the participants understand the technological changes that we are experiencing. We all see them. We know that in the internet things are changing, that in the mobile environment things are changing, that we're getting from this very push-based information pushing world into a pull-based world, and that is much more interactive. And this, we have all experiences in the social changes that are happening. What we haven't understood so far well is what this will imply for business. And so what we want to do in this short focus program is to get deeply into the different dimensions of the change and see how business can untap the potential of this to drive new sources of value for them and for their customers or their suppliers, the entire ecosystem. We all know when we talk Web 2.0, what comes into our mind is interaction, right? Is talking to others, getting new ways of communicating, of relating to people. So it is going to be of paramount importance for companies to actually have a look at what is going on externally, stop looking internally, stop thinking that we talk to our customers, but also start thinking that customers talk back. And so we'll have to get into a fruitful engagement with the customers, and there's a number of ways to do it. There's a number of new business practices that are emerging, and this is one of the most fundamental ways in which companies will have to start looking at what we call this business Web 2.0 world. A second big area of impact that we are seeing is that of innovation. We see that Web 2.0 will imply a number of new ways to start innovating because we can get outside. So we're moving from this internal innovation world to a world in which we can actually make bridges with our customers, with our suppliers, with potential customers to find new opportunities, and we can do that in different ways. So a second part is that of innovation, how to go from this closed innovation to an open innovation environment, and there's different business models and work practices in order to engage users with users, users with a company, company with companies, and that is a second big area that we want to analyze during this program. So in general, what is this program about? It's about the combination of three things. First one is technology. Without the technology, this wouldn't be possible, and we have to understand which are the big things to take into account when we're looking at this technology. Second dimension is the new business models. We're seeing that there's a number of companies that are very effectively applying Web 2.0 to reshape their business models, to come up with new business propositions, sometimes changing entire businesses. This is something that up until now has happened a lot in digital businesses, and what we are seeing, and that's very, very interesting, is that this is now happening also in traditional industries. And then we have a third dimension. The third dimension is how all of this is affecting our work practices. So since we have new ways of engaging with others, this is going to affect our knowledge management, it's going to affect our recruiting activities, it's obviously affecting the way we relate to our customers, the way we can actually try to reach out to the community, the way we can relate to our suppliers. There's a number of work practice changes that are already happening that very often are not seen by the general management or the top management of a company, because it's the third and fourth level of management, it's the youngsters, is the one that are already digital natives that are actually bringing this into the companies. And that, of course, is also a challenge because we have to learn how to manage that to really get the real benefits into the company. Why do we think that we are especially good in getting from the thinking to the doing? The idea is very simple, is that our faculty has been working actively, researching actively in companies what they are doing. So we have interviewed more than 100 companies. We know what they're doing. We know at what level of maturity the different initiatives are. So, and we are actually building models and frameworks so that we can understand and generalize from the experiences that we have been analyzing. And that is something that in a world in which we are just seeing normally tiny examples, very few schools, I think, currently can offer.